Well, if you want me to,
Probably should be, it's almost
you
time.
would draft a letter, I can do that too.
Okay. That's it.
So do you have any
Else ready
thoughts
here?
on the blessing of the trophy, one vote?
Call to order the regular common council meeting, Monday, February 15th, 7 PM. Roll call.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Next item is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Confirmation of appropriate meeting notice.
Meeting was noticed on Friday, February 12th. Agendas posted at the post office, library, and city hall.
Thank you. Council acceptance of agenda.
Motion to accept?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Motion passes. Personal appearances for non-agenda items. Don't see anybody in the audience here. Is there anybody out there remotely that wants to say anything not on the agenda? Don't look like we're getting any reaction there, so we will move on to the minutes from February 1st.
I'll make a motion to approve February 1st minutes.
Second.
Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Motion passes. Committee reports and Finance Committee. Candy.
Finance met this evening. Make a motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $3,565,036.87.
I'll second.
Any questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
There were no licenses to approve. So I will go on to the next one, which is approval of accepting the highest auction bid for Celair 185 portable air compressor in the amount of $11,100.
Was that a motion?
Yes, that was a motion, excuse me.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes. Whoops,
That was used twice.
Braun, sorry, checked the wrong box.
I'm just so agreeable.
Okay, everybody voted yes on that, didn't they?
Yeah.
A couple times. Okay, that motion passes.
Okay, and then some.
No.
Okay, motion to approve bid for purchase of replacement air compressor, which came in as the lowest responsible quote of $1,439.99 for an Ingersoll Rand Type 30 reciprocating air compressor model, number 2340L5-B from Northern Tool and Equipment.
Any discussion? Other than this is not replacing the one we just sold, it's replacing one that's in the shop, the hard plumbed in, stand up, does all the work in the shop. Okay, if there's no further discussion, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion to approve the bid for a Parks Department lawnmower from Gravely. It's for Gravely 670. which has a larger engine, stronger deck, larger rear drive tires, and overall much, the sturdiest model possible, and awarding the purchase to Burns Full Service in the amount of $12,314.75.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that's it from finance.
Thank you. Plan Commission has a couple things carried over from the last meeting, the second readings. First one is consider approving the second reading, adopting City of Edgerton Ordinance 21-02, amend section 22.71721, 11, and 22-304, 5A to allow commercial apartments on the first floor and the rear of commercial structures in the B2 central business districts.
Also move.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on that?
Yes.
Casey?
I have a statement I'd like to read for you. I want to thank my fellow council members and the mayor for your support of this idea. Its purpose is to provide landowners with another economic option to maintain and preserve our historic downtown. And I think the majority of voters want us to do just that. Ground floor apartments in former commercial spaces is a growing trend in a growing number of Wisconsin cities, including Janesville. This proposal is pro small business. While it's not mandatory that the apartment be owner occupied, it is an option for an independent business owner, a barber, tattoo artist, a painter, or a web designer to live right next to where they work. And the remaining commercial space at the front of the building becomes a more compact, manageable commercial footprint than the long, narrow, sometimes energy inefficient spaces that exist now. We've seen what happens when a building owner neglects needed repairs to old buildings. Another source of income within a building may prevent that from happening. I sometimes bristle when candidates for office say things like they want to create jobs and save downtown buildings, because that's not really what we do from these chairs. By and large, we set the policies that either encourage or discourage these things from happening. In other words, with just a few exceptions, the city doesn't own the buildings downtown. People do. This ordinance change was one of the few policy matters that I really envisioned changing when I decided to run for city council. I went into this knowing that public service is largely not what you think you're going to achieve, but how you react to things that come your way. On the surface, what we are voting on here tonight may seem like a small tweak to an existing ordinance. To be honest, I don't know if anyone is going to create one of these ground floor apartments in the foreseeable future. And I didn't do this because someone asked me to. What I hope is that its passage sends a message to the community that the current planning commission and city council have the creativity and political courage to look at our aging commercial properties in a different way. Knowing that, perhaps building or business owners will come forward with other possibilities with what can be done with the other empty commercial properties in Edgerton. By supporting this concept, now each of you can rightfully claim that you are providing flexibility for owners to reimagine our historic downtown buildings, and that you are proactively trying to meet Edgerton's future business and housing needs. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? And just a reminder, we have facade programs to help with downtown and other programs too, and the expenditure period's getting tight on that, so if there's people interested, let's do something. Okay, if there's no further discussion, roll call.
Langen,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Davis,
There would be a great big yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Motion passes. And the next item is to consider approving the second reading, adopting City of Edgerton Ordinance 21-03, amend section 22.3042E and 22.3045Z to allow beekeeping in all zoning districts.
Also move.
Second.
Any discussion?
I would like to just say, I support this because this is one way homeowners can improve biodiversity in the community, but going forward, I like the pollinator planting. We're planning on some city property. I'd like to, in the future, see more efforts to increase biodiversity on city-owned parcels of land.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call.
Langen,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is Utility Commission. Anything to bring from utility?
Utilities met on February 8th. We approved bills, and we discussed two leak credit requests, and that was it.
Thank you. Next item here is consider council's requirement for filling employment vacancies. Throw some background out here on that.
Certainly, page 5 of your packet is a brief staff report giving a little history on past practices regarding filling of vacant positions. The policy, our personnel policy indicates that a vacant position can be filled by basically the person in charge of the hiring, which is the department head. But in 2003, there was quite a conversation regarding a reduction in shared revenues, and the council at that point said that they wish to always approve the filling of a vacant position. So the question to you this evening is, do you wish to continue to bring all of those to you for your consideration, or do you wish to revert to what the personnel policy says?
I'll make a motion to revert to the language in the personnel policy manual.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion?
I just have a question. Just the fact that it came from 2003 caught my attention. Does this come up regularly? Or has it just kind of sat on the books and was it just like time to clean this up? Or have past councils taken a pass on changing this?
We've never brought up the question to the council until this evening.
Okay.
It's been sitting there since 2003.
Okay.
And we just used it not too long ago to hire a couple different positions in the last few months between the Public Works and Police Departments. I don't believe anybody's ever voted not to fill a vacant position on the years that we've had it on here.
And if I recall, when we did change it, wasn't there, it was about hiring freezes, things were very tight. And we decided we wanted to look at every possible position if they were to, open up, so.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is consider mayor's recommendation to fill joint review board member at large vacancy. I'd like to nominate John Paulson. I don't know how many people know John formerly from Chase Bank, and then he was at Blackhawk for a while. I think he's retired now. See, he said he would do it, so
Good.
if somebody wants to make that into a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve mayor's recommendation to fill joint review board, large vacancy to John Paulson.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. Mayor, alderperson, and staff reports. election tomorrow, one state primary position on there. One more night of cold stuff, and then we get warming up here, so be ready for the flooding. Anybody else have anything?
You wish. No, you don't want, no, I won't.
We've got to go into closed session also, we'll make.
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 1985, 1E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. Discuss and consider land purchase for park and stormwater control, and discuss and consider TIF 9 business incentive.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes?
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
We are in closed session. I think we're working on eliminating some people on the outside here.
They've all managed to eliminate themselves. Mr. Walker is here, the representative from IKI, to speak to you this evening at the beginning of the closed session. Otherwise, it's just elected officials. Thank you.
Okay, that's TIF 9, business incentive.
Correct. So we can start.
I know what, it's gonna help us eliminate some of our issues. Let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be happy to do it.
Pardon me?